Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of X Malice. We're on Kei Okazaki's route, and this should be his good ending here and his epilogue. Possibly I'll do his extra or his bad ending in here as well, if there's enough time, depending on how long this ending is. So let's check it out. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't immediately sure where I was. I heard heavy running footsteps and unabashed bellowing. Before long, I began to hear birds, and I realized that we had managed to safely escape from the tunnel. The area was lit by a dim light as the morning glow set in. "First aid is coming. Just hang in there a little longer." Okazaki's voice should have been right next to me, but it felt so far away. With a weak hand, I tugged his sleeve. "Okazaki, I have something that I need to tell you." "I don't want to hear it. Tell me once it's over. It still isn't over. You can't tell me until you get better, okay?" "But I want you to know now." "No." "Okay." "No, I'm begging you. Don't say it." I nodded weakly, and then I proceeded to move my lips. "I love you. I've always loved you." "Ichika." They were the words I'd always wanted to say. Did he hear my words? Maybe Okazaki had misunderstood why I needed to say them. I didn't speak those words because I thought I didn't have time left. I told him now because then it would give me the strength to hold on. The strength to live, to smile by his side, and to yearn for future days that we could spend together. So, don't cry. My mind drifted off before I could even say the words. Oh. But don't let me go. I'm not dead, Okazaki. Don't count me out yet. Oh my god, I need the epilogue now, but no, I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits play. Like I said, oh my god, the feels. I am usually particularly partial to the bad guys because that's usually where all the suffering is, and that's where all the feeling comes from for me. The people who have the real sob stories, you know. But Okazaki, I mean, he suffered so much on his own without having to go through the things that Shiraishi had. And I always really feel for the characters that looking for a place to die, and I don't know. I developed a thing for that from like movies and all, but yeah, there's ones that are like, you know, the old samurai looking for a place to die and stuff like that. Old warriors who've had enough of fighting and are looking for a place to go down. Oh, and that was so wonderful. We went to bed with him. He's so passionate. I love him so much. Oh, I am sad that Sanjo died too, though, but Sanjo, I think, is my favorite Adonis member in here so far. Well, I'm pretty sure at this point, he's gonna be my favorite Adonis character, period. Well, besides, you know, Zero. January 3rd, 10 a.m. The operation to neutralize Adonis succeeded, and the police were publicly praised for their work. X Day did not occur on January 1st, and as of now, no attack from Adonis remnants has occurred. Of course, numerous issues still remained. While the operation was publicly billed as a success, it had resulted in many deaths. Criminals wearing collars had been discovered within the Adonis base, and many more individuals were discovered living all across Japan. The police had all hands on the investigation. While all the previous X-Day crimes had yet to be solved, Adonis's base was destroyed, and the death of its supposed leader, Rei Mikuni, was confirmed. There are believed to be remnants of Adonis still at large due to the scale of the organization, but these details were kept from the public. The police claimed that it was to avoid a panic, but it was obvious that the police did not want to damage the image that they'd finally restored. It's a pretty flimsy smokescreen then. The government announced that the quarantine of Shinjuku would soon be lifted, so long as no new terrorist attacks occurred. The unease among the Shinjuku citizens, after being cooped up for so long, would not easily disappear. But it was undoubtedly a first step forward. Then to me?
Damn, the pit of my stomach sank when I heard you'd been taken to the hospital.
I'm shocked that you lived after charging in there without a plan. Idiots really don't give a damn. Well, I'd like to hear what you would have planned. Although I'd managed to escape with my life, I was hospitalized for quite a long time. You better have been hanging out with me this whole time, Okazaki. Yesterday was the first time that visitors had been allowed, and many people had come to visit. Today, Yanagi's team paid me a visit.
How are your wounds?
The stitches still hurt, but they'll be removed soon. I'm okay.
I see. Hopefully you won't have too many scars.
Yes, it's not like I'm always wearing swimsuits or anything, so even if there are scars, it should be alright.
Swimsuits? What are we talking about?
Why did that get your attention? That big of a reaction. Are you a third grader?
No, I'm not, man. So, what was that about swimsuits?
Oh, God. I thought you weren't that big a perv, Mineo.
This is a hospital, you two. Keep it down.
I couldn't help but smile as I watched their petty fighting. But I couldn't stop thinking about him. God damn it, Okazaki! Where are you? I'm going to be so pissed if he hasn't been here this whole time. Or if he's, ashamed that he couldn't protect me and he's afraid to show himself. How's Okazaki? When I asked, the trio suddenly stopped talking and fell silent. I haven't seen him yet, actually. It had been 8 days since I was admitted. I heard that he had been by my side the entire time while I'd been unconscious. Well, at least he was there then. But I hadn't seen his face once since I'd woken up. I tried asking Yoshinari when he visited, but he just avoided the question. Oh, come on, guys! Say something! And now Yanagi's team was looking troubled for some reason. Don't tell me he's in the hospital because of his wounds, too.
No, that's not it. You'd be surprised how sprightly he is.
So, is he being reprimanded for violating his orders?
No worries there either. Always forgive him for his work in exposing Adonis.
Then, why? Why hasn't he come to visit me?
He's pissed off. Don't see that every day.
Eh?
Why don't you try texting him? He might be more honest there than in person.
Okay. I took out my phone and typed out a text message to Okazaki. I'm mostly recovered from my wounds. Okazaki, are you angry at me? He replied immediately. Oh yeah, that's an angry emoji. I could feel everyone's eyes on me, curious about his reply. I looked up. He's angry. Probably. Enomoto peeked at my phone and whistled. Yanagi also gave me a soft, wry smile.
Sounds like him.
I've never seen him use this emoji before. What should I do?
Well, you're not the only one he's mad at. Men are complicated. Just give him some time. So, even that guy gets emotional, eh? I know, right? Didn't expect that. I thought words just slid off that guy. I guess Hoshino is the exception. He's surprisingly emotional and hard to handle.
Then, a knock on the door caused us all to pause and turn around. I can hear everything you're saying. We didn't see anything bad. Okazaki! Don't pout anymore, puppy dog. Okazaki was standing there with a slightly sulky expression.
Took your sweet time. Alright, let's clear out, pests. We're leaving. Enjoy your time together, kids. Take care of yourself, Hoshino.
Huh? Thank you for coming. Yanagi's group left in a hurry. The room was suddenly quiet, and the two of us were alone. I didn't know where to begin. Okazaki didn't say anything either, so the awkward silence just stretched on.
Can I sit here?
Yes, go ahead. Once my anxiety lessened, I opened my mouth. I'm sorry for making you worry. The prognosis looks good, so I'll be discharged in another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Okazaki? You sound...
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there are still a lot of Adonis members still at large, aren't there? I think the police are going to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen again. I hear they keep finding more criminals with collars.
Is he gonna say yeah again?
Yeah. No matter what I said, I got a monosyllabistic reply from Okazaki. Okay, I think it's time to jump him right now. Let's push him down. I'll work harder than ever once I'm out of here. Even if the quarantine is lifted, the people of Shinjuku still need plenty of help. I finally stopped talking, and very timidly peeked at Okazaki's face. Okazaki? Are you... angry?
Yeah.
He nodded, expressionless. I could tell he was seriously upset.
Do you know why I'm angry?
'Cause I jumped in front of the bullet? The reason that Okazaki was angry, I could only think of one explanation. Because I pushed myself too far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I lost myself in the moment, and when I thought you were in danger, my body just moved on its own. It was a reflex. Silent again, Okazaki looked at his own hand. Then he slowly raised his head and sighed quietly.
I felt like my heart stopped. The last thing I wanted was for you to die while protecting me. I said I didn't want to hear it, but you just kept talking like you were saying your last words, and I couldn't forgive myself for not protecting you. No, that's the real reason I'm angry. I'm mad at myself. Mad enough to kill someone.
Okazaki. My chest tightened in response to the pain I heard in his voice and saw in his eyes. I placed my hand over his. I'm alive. I'm here with you. From now on, there's so much that we can do together. Thank you so much. I thanked him, smiling. Okazaki looked up, tears in his eyes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for talking down to you. I was hurt and scared. Thank you for protecting me.
Not at all. It made me happy. I smiled without thinking, and Okazaki's expression turned grim again.
Happy?
You're the one that was happy for protecting me before getting all hurt. Back then, when you chose to rely on me and find a way that we could both live together, that made me so happy.
If it meant that you would die, then that was putting the cart way before the horse. Don't ever pull a stunt like that again. If you do, I actually will die.
Okay, I'll remember. I promise this time. Is there anything else I can do to help cheer you up? I'll do whatever I can.
Well, let me feel for myself that you're actually alive.
What? Huh? Before I could answer, Okazaki's face closed in on my neck. I felt soft lips on my skin. Okazaki, this is a sick room, so take it easy.
I just want to lock you up forever.
The beginnings of a yandere. That's,
I'll watch you 24/7 then.
I can't blame him, honestly. I don't think you should neglect your job.
Want to live together then?
I have a little brother.
You're not making this easy at all.
I giggled. He was so cute when he pouted. I can't grant all your wishes right away, but you can be sure they'll happen in time. Because I belong to you. When I said that clearly, Okazaki, who had been taking care not to aggravate my wounds, tightly squeezed my hand. I felt indescribably happy, and also slightly frustrated. Just this once, I ignored the pain of my injuries and put my hands around his neck. Huh? That's what I want. Ichika. I ambushed him with a kiss and felt his surprise. Between kisses, I whispered, "This is what you get for always swinging me around." I thought I could get away with this much. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not dying. I don't want to lose you either. To keep you, I'll do anything. I'd rather not be locked up, though. Surprise attacks are cheating. Feel better now? Not yet. You can't try to get off this easily. I won't feel better unless you kiss me more. Well then, as many times until you cheer up. After all, I love your smile. That's my line. I love it the most when you're laughing. My heart filled with warmth when he finally smiled for me. It's a deal then. I just can't win. Then today, you gotta listen to all my demands. Of course. No going off on your own to do something crazy. No being vulnerable around Yanagi. No being vulnerable around Yanagi and the others. Same goes for Yoshinari too, okay? You really think little puppy would try to steal me from you? He would never do that. Also, send me good morning and good night texts every day. I'll reply back too. And we were chatting again. It felt nostalgic somehow. You have that little faith in me? Yup, none. He came out and said it directly. But you're honest, try your best, work desperately for the sake of others. I love that I can't take my eyes off you, so there's no helping it. Yep, you should just give up. Don't let it get to your head. This is gonna be tough. We talked and laughed together. Huh. Our lips met again. I love you. I love you too. I love you so much, I don't even want to think about the times when we're apart. Okay, I also love you more than anyone in the world. It's not a contest, guys. Until the day I feel safe, never let go of me, okay? Meaning, until I die, of course. Until we're little old grandpa and grandma. Aww. I'll never let go of you, so you should give up too. I'll accept your terms. We whispered our feelings to each other and kissed each other over and over. We left each other and clashed with each other. I overcame my feelings and fell in love with him. He protected me, and I wanted to protect him. My wish to live with him and face the future together no matter what it brought. I savored my happiness, wrapped in the warmth of the person I treasured most of all. Yeah, Okazaki has won me heart and soul 100% in this game. I didn't think he would beat out Shiraishi, I really didn't, but he did. Alright, so we got plenty of time left and we're going down to the album, to the short story. The bright morning sun burned my eyelids. I slowly opened my eyes, and my room same as ever, and a girl next to me. That's right, we slept together last night. Usually I'd sleep as long as humanly possible, but I woke up early today. The morning chill still lingered in the air. Remnants of last night's dream engulfed the soft bed. She was sleeping soundly in front of me. Time seemed to slow to a crawl as an indescribable feeling of love overcame me. How did I fall for her this hard? I'm still confused by that. Like I told her, there are still many people out there who were quite fond of her. That incorruptible will she had, her steadfast, enduring adorableness, and her pure innocence and ability to tell a lie. These are all true and charming. Before I met her, I thought it'd be impossible for me to become so enamored by a single person or to relinquish my own dreams. And yet... When she lied to me and went to Adonis's hideout by herself, I felt so unexpectedly overcome by powerful emotions. I didn't want to lose her. I was more angry at her than I was at Adonis. It felt like my drive to work towards dying a meaningful death, the thing that had pushed me so far, had been destroyed. And as a response to not having that anymore, I'd become attached to her instead. Even now, what I was feeling in my heart wasn't some light-hearted affinity. If I had to entrust things to someone else, I would rather be a living disgrace. Is this what they call dependence? If I could just die a meaningful death, I thought that would bring me happiness. That wasn't something I felt out of desperation. It made me take life seriously. And yet, you gave my life value, not just my death. A reason to live. I reached out and touched the hair over her forehead. She shifted a little in response to that touch. I thought it might be cruel to wake her up, but I wanted to see her eyes. While my conflicted feelings swirled inside me, her lips slowly moved. Okazaki? I thought I woke her, but she was just sleep-talking. I didn't think I'd hear her say my name. I felt my heart jump. Was she dreaming of me? In the same way that I had no idea why I chose her, I was at a loss to explain why she decided to choose me. Did she actually like me? I couldn't prove that this wasn't just out of sympathy or was a misunderstanding on my part. But maybe that's why. I desired not just her heart, but something more. I wanted to make a physical connection. I wanted her for myself. No one else could touch her. In fact, I think I'd keep her locked up. Those are the kind of wild thoughts I was having. I'm so selfish, and yet you still chose me. Even if it was a fleeting emotion, I could accept it as just another misunderstanding. I moved my lips to her pale neck. I kissed her gently so I didn't rouse her. Her brows twitched. I intended to stop there, but now I had the irresistible urge to tease her. Sorry. I wanted to keep you all for myself like this. Without you, I'd die. Those words sounded like they came straight out of a novel, and I hoped it'd tether her to me. With these thoughts in my head, I kissed her again. This one was strong enough to leave a mark. Huh? That woke her up. She breathed a sigh. Are you awake? Okazaki? Good morning, Ichika. Good morning. What were you doing? Just playing around. I responded to her with a smile, and her cheeks began to turn red. Playing around? Were you watching me sleep? Huh? Yeah. You looked cute. You were calling my name in your sleep. You could have woken me up. You were so cute. I didn't want to waste it. So, what were you dreaming about? I asked her an honest question, and she responds with a frown. Ichika, why are you mad? Because you're being mean, Okazaki. Seemed like she didn't like me staring at her sleep more than she disliked me messing with her. It looked like she's embarrassed about it. You're so weird. I did so much worse than stare at you in your sleep. What did you do? It's a secret. Fine. You'll see it in the mirror when you go to the bathroom, maybe. After I said that, she defensively rolled up in the sheets and turned her back on me. Sorry, I'm kidding. I didn't do anything too weird. Too weird? That means it was a little weird. Yeah, I just kissed you. You did? But it's not like you don't like it. I saw her go quiet. I knew that I was right. I felt myself smile at our lack of reaction. Come on now. Give me a smile. It's our day off. I'll make it up to you by taking you wherever you want today. Where do you want to go? Your wish is my command today. Yes, today was our day off together. As a police officer, we rarely ever had days that matched. Since I was part of the SP, I got even fewer days off than a normal cop. I might not have a day off for months at a time. So I wanted to take the opportunity to have a proper date and enjoy the benefits of couplehood. I wanted to stay here a little longer. She responded to my inquiry with a bashful tone. I saw her peering at me through a small gap in the sheets. Aww, okay, now Ichika's being adorable. I was overcome with emotion after seeing her expression and hearing her tone of voice. I really did love her. That very moment cemented those feelings. It tugged at my heart thinking about it. I wanted to stay here too. I pulled her close to me by her hips and embraced her tightly. I didn't want to think about living or dying. I wanted to embrace my cherished one and sleep. Oh, I'll make dinner tonight, so let's go shopping in the afternoon. Huh? I thought we were just going to relax at home today. There's a limit to that relaxation. Sleeping through our day would be a waste. Not in Okazaki's mind. You sure? I feel the happiest when I'm sleeping here with you by my side. Oh yeah, this apartment doesn't have a vacuum. You said you left home. Oh yeah, I haven't bought one since. Then let's go get one. You say you rarely come home, so that means dust is going to build up. If it's alright with you, I want to clean for you. Why? What do you mean, why? Does that bother you? No, I'm really thankful, but why would you make yourself go to all that trouble? It's nothing special. I mean, I think I'll be visiting you here a bit more often now. Oh, right. You're right. I got depraved ideas in my head. I could tell that she was thinking more practically. Ah, I love Okazaki. As the only one that actually has perverted ideas in his head. Something about that disconnect felt funny to me. And once again, I felt my emotions for her begin to well up. It banished the murkiness in my mind. I know. Yanagi told me a recipe the other day. It's pretty easy to make, and it's really tasty. Let's have that for dinner. Yanagi. An icy wind began to blow through my heart. I felt so many surprises recently. Why was I so closed-minded before? I trusted Yanagi, and although he was a threat to me as another man, I didn't harbor any particular hostility towards him. And yet... Okazaki? Say, Ichika. I impulsively pulled her toward me. We felt each other's breaths on our faces. Her eyes began to waver. Think about only me. Huh? I finally got to keep you all to myself, so don't think about anything else. What do you mean, anything else? I just can't do it. I know that you like me, and I know that now I've gained something precious. I want to live for you. But living an ordinary life was too scary for me. If I was going to lose something anyway, I sometimes felt like I should destroy it myself. I may have a reaction to living a dangerous life. I was unable to bear the thought of losing her. I didn't know the clear reason for this, but I was afraid of living an uneventful life. Will your fears lift if you touch me? Huh? She suddenly expressed the words that caught me off guard. If it makes you feel at ease, Okazaki, you can hold me whenever you want. Ichika. I'll never leave you. She says the words I need to hear most. She knew my cowardice. She was a special someone who granted my wishes. Yeah, you accept me for who I am. I rubbed my nose on her neck. I felt relieved when I see that red mark. It was a sign that she belongs to me. I couldn't even call this simply love anymore. You are my reason for existence. Huh? Oh yeah, that cemented it even more, as if it needed to be cemented even more. Oh yeah, Kei's my guy. Sorry, Shiraishi, you've been demoted. Although you're still a pretty close runner-up. Alright, honestly, I can't handle reading Kei's bad ending right now. I can't deal with that kind of tragedy. And also, I ended up staying up all night last night, to get all those videos completed that went up today. Well, and last night. I was putting up videos all up last night. So, sorry, there's only going to be these 3 videos today, and then I'll try to stay up and make a whole lot of extra Sasazaka videos starting tomorrow. Oh, and I think I'll have to do a separate impressions video for Kei because I'm too tired right now to actually write it out and think. Yeah, you know, the first 2 nights that I stayed awake all night weren't so bad, but this last night I stayed up is really hitting me right now for some reason. So I have got to get to sleep. Oh, maybe I will go ahead and do Kei's bad ending in the next video then, and I'll talk about my final impressions with Kei in the beginning of his bad ending video. So, hope to see you there, or in Sasazaka's videos, or any of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.